Hi guys! So this is a different spot than you're used to seeing me because I am sitting at my desk right now because I'm getting ready to do my hair. I had gone to Sally's because someone had told me that Ion Brights had brought back titanium, which is not the purpose of this video. Ion Color Brilliance Brights had brought back titanium. Now I have done a review on the Ion hair color dye about 2 years ago, actually 2 years ago to this date, and you guys know that I tried the purple, the teal, the pink, and I really didn't like it. And I tried this one, and this one was probably the only one that I did really like for a silver. If you guys can tell, that is a silver. So when I heard that they had brought this back, I went to pick it up. While picking this up, someone had sent me, I believe it was on Instagram, a picture of these. And these are the Ion Color Brilliance metallics, or just in general it says gemstones. These are two different, like, these are two different things, but they were in the same display. Someone had sent me this one, or this like line, a picture of it on Instagram, and telling me that they had like reformatted it and maybe I should check it out for my blue. And when I went to go grab this, I saw that they had these, and I wanted to try them out. I picked up this one in general. This is the Ion Color Brilliance Metallics Temporary Liquid Hair Makeup. And I'm not gonna actually completely show you guys it now, but it just looks like this. And it's supposed to be like, there's a Wella brand that does that, where you like put it into your hair and it's supposed to last up to 4 washes. It just kind of, it's like a gloss basically. That's what it is on your hair, and it's supposed to make it like a metallic silver. And in like a month or two, I'm thinking about going back to like silver and pastel colors for this like summertime, before I go to my wedding hair color. So I figured I got these two to try out together. So I'm going to be doing a separate review on this with this. But what I'm going to be reviewing today is the Ion Color Brilliance Gemstones. Or this is just Color Brilliance by Ion. And this is in their Gemstones, and it's in the shade Sapphire. Now, I had tried out the regular line, like I said, 2 years ago, and a bunch of comments on my video about that has said that they had reformatted it, and it was different. So I decided to give it a try, because I have to touch up my blue, and I figured I would try this one, because I need to. Now, before I get into the review, I'm going to touch base on a couple of things. First thing, I am not a licensed professional, and I always say that in all of my videos because I always get a bunch of people who comment down below telling me that I'm not doing it right, that what I'm saying isn't right. I have been dyeing my own hair since I was 13, 14. I'm 28 now, so I've been doing it for quite a while. I know what works on my hair, and I know what kind of, you know, whatever. So this is going to be a first impressions on this dye, and like I said, I'm not a professional, and normally when I use a dye for the first time, I go by the instructions on the box. One of the things that were brought up in my regular Ion Brights, so this brand review, is that I didn't mix it with developer, or you didn't do it right. This is a semi-permanent direct dye. You do not mix this with developer. It goes right on your head like it is from the tube. That's what the instructions say to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, one other thing, I have a lot of regrowth going on right now because I am trying to grow out my hair without bleaching my roots or putting any chemicals in it. So my roots are really dark. That being said, the dye I do use, Pravana, usually stays on my roots for about like 3-ish, 4-ish washes. So basing on how this takes to virgin hair, I'm going to go off of that because I do kind of like touching base on that, how a dye takes the virgin hair, because I know some people do just throw this on when they have roots and whatnot. So I am going to test that out. My hair is very, very light underneath here. It is kind of faded. I'm going to do a color remover process, and then I am going to throw this on my hair to see how it looks. My hair is like a level 9, a level 10 underneath this. I would take you to the bathroom when I do my color remover, but my battery is dying, so it's plugged in. But I will throw a picture in how light my hair is, you know, underneath this. It's very blonde, because one of the other issues during when I was doing the review on this 2 years ago is people said my hair wasn't blonde enough. My hair was basically as blonde as it is now when I did the review on it. It had like a huge purple chunk that it just would not take to. So that being said, my hair is really blonde. If you guys can't see, it's pretty faded, kind of like a tealish blue right now. This is Pravana Blue. I believe it's just called Blue. Faded after about 2.5 months. So, yeah. That is my go-to blue. Now, if I like this one, I'm really intrigued by it because the box is like metallic and this one isn't. So I'm wondering if it has like a metallic sheen to it and if it gives that kind of gemstone effect. Because if it does and it's a cobalt blue and it lasts really well, this might actually be a really good blue. We shall see. I have hopes for this. I'm not going in this being like, I hate Ion. I'm going in with pretty good hopes, but if it doesn't work, I am going silver in June, so I won't really need to keep this in my hair for more than a month. So this is going to be a first impressions. Maybe I'll do a re-video with it, but I'm going to go do color remover and throw this in my hair, and I'll be back and tell you guys how I feel about the application and everything. Okay, so I kind of wanted to just open this, like put it in the container on film so I could just kind of see and show you guys if it is metallic and the different consistency and stuff. I just read the directions because even though I have used the Ion Color Brilliance, the brights before, and this is the gemstone one, I just wanted to make sure. And I wanted to point out that right here, it says on the instructions, ready to use, do not mix with peroxide, does not contain ammonia peroxide. So for all those people who commented on the other video saying I had to mix it with developer, it says right there, do not do it. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, so I took it out of the box, and I have it right here in my little container. I have my gloves on, and we are going to see what this bad boy looks like and how much I need to do my whole head. It also says use on dry hair, which it is. So we're going to see. I don't want to use the whole thing because sometimes I don't need the whole thing for my head. So I'm probably going to use like half the tube. It looks metallic in the actual container. So I've used about that much. We're going to see how much of my head that does. It actually, the other ones, like the brights that I used before, not this one, but the brights, were really dry. And when it came out, it was like a long kind of, it looked like poop, basically. It was just dry. This doesn't really look that dry. It looks pretty consistent to most dyes. So yeah, I'm going to come back once it's sitting on my hair and show you guys. But I have about half the tube, and I'm going to go put this on my dry hair right now, and I'll be back. This is getting real right now. I'm legitimately sitting here with my hair slicked back with hair dye in it, just so I can talk to you guys. Okay, so I ended up having to use the whole tube, and that was even cutting it really, really close. Like, the back of my hair isn't, if you guys can hear water, I apologize. The back of my hair isn't completely saturated because I did have to like squeeze out every last bit. The consistency when putting it on my hair was pretty dry. Like, I know I showed you guys it when it was in the tub, and it wasn't that, like, it wasn't as dry as I said it was before. And it's not, but it's still pretty dry, like when you put it on your hair. It's not a smooth application, which is what I'm kind of used to when I use Pravana. And that's basically what I'm basing it off of, is when I use Pravana and even Manic Panic, but Manic Panic's kind of, but it wasn't really that smooth. I did have to work it into the hair, but aside from that, it looks kind of teal, but yeah, we shall see. I've had it in my hair for like 5 minutes. I'm gonna keep it in my hair for the full 40 that's listed on it. I know some people usually keep it in like longer, but for the sake of this video and the honest review, I'm going to keep it in for as long as the video, as long as the instructions tell me to. Because I know I get a lot of shit in my videos when I don't follow instructions, and I don't want to do that. So I'm following this completely by the instructions, which is what some of you guys told me that I should do in my Ion review 2 years ago. So yeah, going completely by the instructions. And okay, so this is my hair completely done. It was air dried because after I washed it, I made dinner and I watched The Flash, and I just kind of let it air dry and do its thing, so it doesn't really have a lot of product in it. And so this is the final result. I did take some notes just so I didn't forget anything while I sat down here and filmed, because like I said, I made dinner and I watched a TV show, so I just wanted to make sure it was fresh in my head. That's kind of why I wanted to do something like this with the first impressions, because you guys, if you guys have watched my hair dye videos before, you know that I go through like a 2-month process of trying out a dye. So this time I wanted to do a first impression, so it was kind of a shorter video on like my first take of it, so everything's still fresh in my head, so I'm not forgetting what happened in the beginning. And then I may do like another like a full review of everything and just kind of touch on this stuff first, and then kind of go into like the longevity and everything like that. So I'm just gonna hop right in. I will say, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my hands are really, it's not as bad because I've washed them since, and like I said, I made dinner, stained. And this isn't from like touching it right here, like running my hands through it. This is from washing it. I've never actually had this happen where my hands and my feet are both stained. Sometimes when I rinse it out with like the cool water, I'll do it like over my bathtub, but like half the time I'll just hop in the shower and take my shower for the night. And it's never actually stained my feet. But my feet are like stained like this like greenish blue color, and it's kind of weird. But that's actually happened, and then me rinsing out my hair caused this. And it did kind of make a mess of my tub. I know all hair dye makes a mess of your tub, but I felt like this really made, like, it was just crazy. So that's just something to note. And it felt really drying. I don't understand it. Like, normally when I use Pravana, or when I use even like Manic Panic and even Arctic Fox, which you guys know my opinion on that, when I rinse it out of my hair feels like I just did a conditioning treatment to it. It feels soft. It feels like if I just left it like that and I didn't put anything else on it, it felt fine. With this, my hair felt like I shampooed it and forgot to put conditioner in it. That's the best way to explain it. And it just kind of felt stiff. It didn't feel like anything. And that could probably be because whatever conditioning treatment or whatever they have in this may not be that great. So I did have to put conditioner in my hair. What I did was I rinsed my hair out and I made sure that the water ran clear, which did take a while. And I put a conditioner in my hair, and so on, because like I said before, I did a color remover and I washed my hair beforehand, so I was going to do it twice. And also to help the longevity of the color, if you don't wash it the first day, it's supposed to help. After I had gotten out of the shower and I towel dried my hair, it didn't transfer onto the towel, so that was good. I have like a gray towel, but it has a bunch of bleach stains on it, and you can see like purple dots and like and whatever stains from when I did like Arctic Fox and stuff. This didn't transfer on even wet, and when your hair is wet, it's more prone to transfer, and it didn't. So I thought when my hands turned colors that it was for sure gonna transfer onto my towel, but it didn't. The only thing that I didn't really like about it, like before it dried and I could see the color fully, is that it made my hair feel really heavy. You know that feeling when you put too much conditioner on your hair, or if your hair just has a lot of product on it? It just felt really heavy. And I've put conditioner on my hair after dyeing it without shampooing it, and it's never felt like that. It just, like, it's even right now, it still feels like it kind of feels really heavy. And I feel like if I was to style it, it would just kind of be like, nah, because my hair feels really heavy. I'm not sure if that's going to go away or not, but it, like I said, it's just something to note. Now, it does it is pretty true to the box, I guess. Like I said, I wish that I would have got 2 tubes. This was about $4.99, so Manic Panic is like 12, Arctic Fox is like 14, Pravana, depending on where you get it online, is like 9 to 12. So this is $4. So 2 of these, if I got 2 of these, would have probably like 1 1/4, maybe 1 1/2 would have done my whole head. And it probably would have been $10. And this is 2.5 ounces of product. The Pravana, I need about 3/4 of a tube, and it covers my whole head. It's really smooth, the texture is really great. Like I said, right after I put it on, it felt kind of dry, and like it wasn't like I couldn't get it saturated into my hair. And I know some people are going to comment down below telling me that I should have mixed conditioner with it. And before you say that, when I review a product, I review it based on what the instructions say and to its full potential. If I dilute the product, I'm kind of taking away from its true potential. So I wasn't going to dilute it. Plus, also with it being like a gem color, I wasn't sure how this was going to do mixed with conditioner. So I wasn't going to do that. I like the way that it looks. I don't really, I see that it's like a little bit more shiny, which I guess can kind of go with like the whole jewel tone metallic feel of it. But what I am knowing, like once it was dry, is that it is somewhat patchy. The light is kind of drowning it out, but I will put a picture here. It is kind of patchy in some spots, but that could also be because I couldn't completely saturate my hair with it because it was really dry and somewhat hard to work with. But all in all, for $4.99, I like this better than I did the regular brights. I'm holding up the silver, the titanium, because that's what I have. I do like this one better than the original brights. I'm not sure if this one has reformulated their product. Maybe they have, and maybe it is a little bit better. But so far for a first impression, I am enjoying it. I just don't think I would get this color again, maybe. I'm not really sure. It is darker than what I expected, but the plus side to it being dark is you can't really tell my roots. It's a lot darker in person than it is with the light shining on it. And just a comparison, this right here is Pravana blue, and you guys can see it's just straight, and this is like a little color comparison. It looks pretty good. Like if I was to put this in my hair, oh god, that's horrible. You probably wouldn't be able to see a difference. So that's pretty good. And for the price point, if the longevity holds up, I would probably repurchase this in the purple and try it in the purple. I do like the whole metallic feel. I do feel like the metallicness in it helps make my hair look a little bit healthier. In person, it looks a lot darker, which isn't that bad of a deal. But for $4.99, this did impress me more than I thought it was going to, compared to when I tried Ion Color Brilliance, the brights, like 2 years ago. Because 2 years ago, the purple wouldn't even stick to my hair when it was blonde. And that's saying a lot. And then the pink was just like not having it. So, and as of right now, I can't really tell you if it's transferring to my hands because my hands are stained from rinsing it out. But from a first impression, I am enjoying what it looks like in my hair. Aside from the heaviness, I might have to shampoo my hair again tomorrow. But if it does really bad, like if it fades within the month, I will probably do a full update video on that, explaining to you guys everything. And if it does really good, then it will show up in my favorites video. So right now, as for a first impression, I really do enjoy this, which I'm actually shocked that I enjoyed this. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I'm actually glad that I picked it up. They do have, I think, a pink, a green, a purple, and this one, and then in the metallics temporary liquid, which I'm going to try out this summer. They have like a rose gold and a gold, this, and another one. I believe they have like an orangey color in this too. But these are like the new line, I guess, from Ion. It's like a metallic-y line. Mine was at a front display at Sally's, and it's just like, it's completely different than this box. Like, see how this box is like matte and this box is metallic. So yeah, if you guys try this out and you've tried this and the regular Ion out, let me know if they're any different, if I should branch out and try some of the other, give this brand another chance again. I'm kind of thinking about it. We shall see. But yeah, this is my first impressions on the Ion Gemstones in Sapphire, and I hope you guys enjoy this honest review. I really try to do the most honest reviews for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy this honest kind of first impressions video. Let me know down below what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!